Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Kotter Rodriguez, and I have the pleasure of guiding you in today's presentation that is talking about sustainable change management. And this is a video or a presentation that is talking about the management in educational institution. I'm joined by my colleagues of group number 27, Monica Chachi, Diego Lopez, Lisana Lopez, Dana Mendez, and of course, the person who is talking with you now, Kotter. So, today we will be presenting our comprehensive analysis of a real challenge faced by the Gimnasio Montreal. This is an educational institution struggling with technology integration of English classrooms, and we will walk you through our systematic approach using three change management models. The first one is Lewin's change model, the second one Kotter's step model, and the last one ADKAR model. So our presentation is structured by four main sections. The first section or the first step is an overview of the institution and the specific challenge identified. The second step, there are the three change models, and we will show you how we applied each change management models step by step. The third step is our solution or proposed solutions are our sustainability strategies to apply our solutions. And the fourth point, is the expected results and benefits. So we will discuss the expected results and how these results could improve the English classes in the institution Gimnasio Montreal. And the last one is a short reflection about all this process in this investigation or in this searching and in these change models in the institution. So let's start with an overview of the institution. So Monica, could you please take us through the first section, please?
About Gimnasio Montreal is an educational institution that, like many schools across the nation, faces significant changes in the adapting to technological demands in education. This change identified the core change we identify is inadequate implementation of the technology in the classrooms, particularly affecting English language institution, especially in the institution phases. Deficient equipment and the outdated schools that cannot support modern education software, lack on the internet connectivity in the classrooms, and limited access to audiovisual resources essential for developing and listening skills. The Gimnasio Montreal faces technology gives deficient equipment, no internet. This impacts English instruction, and 50% of students have to listening skills. The change is due to technical infrastructure and teacher confidence. For phone and states we need both Diego and display model approach.
Mainly, firstly, I like to introduce myself. My name is Diego Lopez. I am a student of teacher management. Then in today's video, I'm going to tackle the three complementary models. Yes, I'm going to tackle these three models. Here are the models overview. Yes, this is our integrated approach. The first one is Lewin's model unfreeze, change, refreeze. Second, we have Kotter's A-Steps leadership and strategic implementation. And finally, we are going to tackle ADKAR model awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. Okay, let's get started with Lewin's model. First, here in Lewin's model, we have the first stage. In the first stage, that is called unfreeze, we can see assess gaps. In first term, assess gaps is about identifying the current state of the tools implemented. The idea is to assess the gaps, is to evaluate what are the things to change. Yeah, in this case, if we apply it in a school, we can then check what are the gaps in the classroom that need to be addressed. In this setting, we can apply surveys and get observations of the classroom and of the classes. Then after this, we can take all this information throughout the surveys and throughout the observations, and we are going to focus on them in order to create urgency. In this create urgency aspect, we can build a sense of urgency around the team that works in these aspects. Okay, we have as example, can highlight in a high school BYOD, bring your own device policies, in order to increase student engagement and improve digital emergency. Yes, these three aspects can be direct in order to highlight the importance and the urgency. I mean, it's better to use urgency in this case to create policies by bringing your own device at the setting for the students. Create one policy about it. Notice in what way we can increase the student engagement and help the students to improve their digital literacy. Yes. Then in this point, we are going to jump right into the next stage, change. After unfreezing, we are going to move to change. In change, we are going to use firstly BYOD policy. In this BYOD policy, we can tell the students to bring their own devices, BYOD, bring their own devices to school, and teach them the change of including some guidelines for expectations of the use of the device. Yes, in this case, the teachers are allowed to are the staff in charge of support for students what they should do on the tablets or cell phones. Then we can jump right into free platforms using these devices. Students can access to free platforms, and we can teach them how to use them. After that, we have to support the teachers with an important training in order to empower the teachers to get information and get the information and the digital literacy in order to teach this to the students. Yeah. Now, finally, we are going to refreeze. In refreeze, you can say formalized methodology. Yeah. In this case, through our repetition, we are going to formalize the methodology implemented in the change stage. In this refreeze stage, we are gonna formalize all these processes and procedures implemented in the second stage. We are going to implement procedures and the guidelines already created for the device use on the setting. Yes. And after that, we are going to establish protocols for technical support and maintenance. Yeah. Most important here, procedures and guidelines for device use. Then, through our repetition, the idea is to establish these procedures on the setting in the classroom. After that, we are going to move to recognize innovation. The idea here is to reward the teachers and students who are innovating and using this technology effectively on the setting. We can showcase examples in this case. Obviously, provide some, if it is possible, provide some incentives for teachers who develop the new ideas. The idea is to recognize also students' achievements in digital literacy. Then we can move to next. We are going to jump right into Kotter's 8 steps. In this aspect, Kotter's 8 steps is a change model. This is a framework designed to help leaders to implement successfully and help for organizational change. This methodology was implemented by John P. Kotter. Before starting, here we have creating climate steps. Okay, not before starting. Here we have the 3 stages. The first one is creating climate. Yeah. In this stage, we have 3 characteristics or 3 main points: create urgency, form team, and develop vision. About create urgency, it's a bit similar to the previous methodology, Lewin's change model. In this case, it is creating a sense of urgency. The idea is to identify the need for change, create a sense of urgency among the stakeholders. Next, the idea is to form a suitable team. In this case, we are going to form a guiding coalition. The most important here is to build a team of influential leaders to support and guide the changes in the process. In this case, in a school setting, it could be create a team of teacher leaders in order to support this and to guide this changing in the classroom. And develop vision. The idea here is to create a strategic vision and implement it on the setting. This helps to create a clear and compelling vision for change that aligns with the schools, or in this case, or in general in organizations' goals. Yes. Now we are going to jump right into the second stage, engaging steps forensics. Okay. In this case, we are going to communicate the changes. In this case, if we are applying new devices in the classroom, we can communicate to the students what is the goal, what are the changes in order to target this goal, in order to accomplish this goal in the learning process of the students. Yeah. Next, we are going to import action. Yeah. In this aspect, we are going to emphasize the action in the classroom. The idea is to start with the implementation of the use of the devices, or the use of the change implemented on the setting. Next, we are going to celebrate the wins. After that, if we have a successful implementation, we can celebrate the wins in order to encourage students and teachers to keep moving forward. In the third stage, we have sustaining steps 7 and 8. Sustaining. In this case, we are going to sustain change as a continuous process. Okay. The idea is to ensure that the change becomes a part of the organization's culture. The important is to teach to the organization, teachers and leaders, admin and students, that change is part of life and change is part of the progress. And point 8, anchor in culture. We have anchor in culture. Then we are going to change, or how can I say this? Make the change stick by incorporating it into the organization system and processes. The important is here to stick this change into the regular basis of implementations in the classroom. Okay. Now we are going to move to last but not least, ADKAR mode. ADKAR. And ADKAR is a model which the goal is oriented throughout change management and framework that focuses on individual transitions and this drive organizational success. This was created by Jeff Hyatt. In this case, we have 5 stages. In these 5 stages, firstly, we can see awareness. Awareness, understand why. Understanding the need for the change is the real reason behind it. Yeah. Because this stage involves communicating the risks of not changing and the benefits of the proposed change. Explain why change is very important. Awareness. Next, we can move to desire. Motivate participation. Then students, teachers and leaders and students implementing these changes in the classroom. The students, teachers and admin have to be motivated. In this case, this stage is influenced by personal factors such as perceived benefits, organizational factors, and the climate and culture, and help them to get the desire to apply these changes. Next, knowledge, train on tools. It's important to train teachers, and teachers train the students in order to move forward and implement the changes in the classroom, or on other settings to implement it on companies or institutions, in other kind of institutions. This stage involves providing clear understanding of what is required for the change, teaching the processes, and to use the tools and to adequate the behaviors. Next, here we have ability. We are going to develop the skills. Through our knowledge, the idea is to, throughout repetition, generate the ability in the students. In this case, we can develop the skills and the capabilities of teachers and students and persons who are a part of this setting. This stage involves hands-on practice to create opportunities and access to ongoing support and coaching. And finally, here we have the reinforcement. Maintaining change. The idea is to keep going in the same direction to accomplish the goals. That's why this is important to sustain the change over time, because this stage involves establishing mechanisms to ensure the change to ongoing reinforcement or positive feedback, and one system of rewards and recognition for teachers and students. These are the complementary models applied in this shared investigation. This is all for today. Thank you very much, and I hope it helped you to understand how change is given in these kind of settings, in this case, in schools. Then we are going to move to the next classmate. I'm going to welcome Lisana. Lisana, go ahead. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll leave you with Lisana.
Hello everyone, my name is Lisana Lopez Medina, and today I'm going to present our core solution, digital teaching with limited resources. In main school, teachers face the challenge of integrating technology without enough devices or funding. Our proposal shows that innovation is possible even with minimal resources through activity, collaboration, and field tools. Okay. Our main strategy is based on 4 key actions. Why OD policy, encouraging students to bring their own devices to class. Mobile tech stations, a small rotation sitting with shared devices. Free platforms like Kahoot, Duolingo, and Google Classroom. Teacher empowerment through mentorship. Together, these strategies transform limitation into opportunities for digital learning. Okay. We also address one of the biggest variants, resistance to change. To overcome it, we apply McGregor's improvement approach and full and collaborative strategy. This game will build a culture where teachers feel motivated to innovate together. Okay. Our solution is sustainable through 3 main pillars. Institutionalization in the curriculum, financial efficiency using zero code software, human development through recognition systems. These players ensure our model continues to grow and adapt over time. Ready. Finally, our proposal benefits all stakeholders. Teacher get credit support. Administrators the result without that. Students use their phones and learning tools. Everyone we empower education through accessible, inclusive technology. Okay. In conclusion, digital teaching with limited resources show that technology is not about how we have, but how we use it. Thank you.
So, thanks for your explication, partner Lisana. So now, my name is Dana Mendes. In this moment, I going share with you the expect outcomes, the expect result. So, the listening comprehension improved from 15% and 75%, and in the other, the 100 equipment utilizations and the zero software costs. In the other, so benefit, in this case, the benefit is the first students gain digital literacy and better proficiency. The second, the teachers develop confidence and receive recognition, and finally, the institution save money and builds a replicable model. So, this proof innovation doesn't require a larger budget, so people matter more than equipment. So I leave you with my partner Carol.
Thank you to you. So let's continue with our key takeaways, the main points that we found in our in this research at Gimnasio Montreal. As Fulan 2007 reminds us, through change occurs when people feel the process belongs to them, or the site says, through educational change occurs when people feel that the process belongs to them and that they are an active element in the transformation. Our proposal isn't just about fixing a technology problem, it's about transforming how we think about educational innovation, and it demonstrates that constraints can fail creativity. People matter more than equipment. Sustainable change comes from within, and this framework can serve as a model not just for a Gimnasio Montreal, but for any educational institution facing similar challenges. So we would be happy to answer any questions that you have or you may have about our analysis and our proposed solution and the way as we implement this strategy. And that's it. Thank you very much for giving us your attention. We are so happy to share with you this time, and we hope see you soon. And thank you for your attention. Bye bye.